All right, let's run it. Let's run it. Let's run it. Peace and blessings, family. We're here. Let me turn her down a little bit. And we're here to break down what's going on in the economy. I'm here to help you guys prepare for it. I'm here to, we're going to break down a little bit of the financial markets. I'm going to show you guys. Let me pull it up real quick for you guys. How is everybody? While you guys are coming in here, as I'm pulling this all up, everybody drop one thing in which they're all grateful for. What's one thing you guys are all grateful for today? Let's hear it. Peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings. In order for this channel to, get to and empower the amount of lives in which it can, and in which we all know that, this information can help people, we all got to be in a state of gratitude. So what's one thing you guys are all grateful for? Drop in the chat box. I would love to hear and love to see everything in which you guys are all grateful for. I'm grateful for my family. I'm in great health. I love it. So let me show you guys what's going on in the economy. So I'm also, a lot of people don't know, but I'm also a day trader. So let me show you guys real quick. We're looking at the NAS 100. This is the monthly time frame. So if we look, the past 2 months, we've been on a bearish downtrend. So yes, we've been bullish, the past couple months. But this bearish downtrend, I do see us coming down and wiping out these lows. And I even see us coming and wiping down these lows. Even if we played in here in this price action off this area, this is still a key level bro got ads on the live. This is still a key level right here in, where we got to come down and fill when we're talking about price, coming down here to fill liquidity. There's a lot of money here that still needs to be captured before ultimately buying back up. So yes, I do see us coming out and wiping out this low and this low as well too, because we got buy to sell to buy, bullish to bearish to bullish candle, and these are the monthly time frames. Keep in mind, so this higher time frame, but this right here, these are key levels, and I do see us breaking down below here, coming and definitely filling this area, if not breaking down below here. So I do see a lot of sales, and typically when and this is the NAS 100, so this is the top 100 stocks. These are the technology stocks. And typically when the market is in a bearish trend, we're seeing in the news the most crazy things go on. I remember in 2021, we all know what took place then. The markets were booming better than they ever have. Yes, it was sad to see everything that was taking place, but at the end of the day, during these times, this is when the rich get richer, and this is when the poor get even more poor, because they're dependent upon the government assistance. They're not learning of different ways on how to invest their money. So the things that we're teaching with consumer law, I want to make it very clear. Consumer law is just a stepping stone to really, the bridging, the gates to freedom, the gates to, leaving a legacy. Consumer law is going to get you guys to where you need to get so that we can build, have the foundation set. Consumer law is just the foundation. When we talk about a recession that's about to hit, just like in 1929, during these times as well too, and just to even touch upon the power of consumer law, these are the best times in which consumer law is going to come in factor, because these are the times in which consumers are being violated the most, and these banks are being, spectated, and they're being watched the most right now because of what's taking place. Because we all seen what took place in California, the bank that wasn't able to pay out, consumers more than, $80,000, in their bank account. They had shut down, and then they only were able to pay off the customers, the consumers, with over 80,000. I think it was actually If you had less than 80,000, they weren't able to deposit or withdraw your money for you guys. Um, it should appear on Yusuf's live, honestly, bro. That would be a good collab. Yeah, I would love to. Let's definitely get that going. Let Yusuf know. I would love to collab. I would love to put something together for the people at the end of the day. We're doing this for you guys. So, and at the end of the day, the goal is always 1 billion lives. And I know I'm not going to do this alone. I know I need other individuals and to collaborate with other individuals of power. So let's definitely make that happen. We could easily make that happen. Just comment on his stuff. Let him know, yo, we got to collaborate with Credit Gotti, and we'll make it happen. I would love to collaborate with him. I'm open to collaboration. I'm about to be doing a lot more with my brother Taquan X. He covers a lot on the side of, just getting out of the jurisdiction of the United States. I'm also setting up, an EIN. This is also getting out of the jurisdiction, but this EIN is going to allow you to build out personal credit, report. My guy, 1RX, has been in the Discord going crazy. Welcome to the Discord. Welcome to the public, channel community, that we've been building. Outside of the YouTube, we do have a Discord as well, too, so I highly advise you guys all get included and get around. And this is another thing as well, too, when it comes to during these hard times, is getting around communities that are building, getting around communities that are talking about investments, that are talking about ways of not only fixing your credit, but building your credit as well, too. A lot of people are so stuck on, just deletions and, getting remedy. Why aren't we talking about building our report and having, our parents or grandparents add us on as authorized users, so now we can add on history? And now when these lenders are looking at our report, we got 10 years of history of over 20 to 30,000 in credit cards with utilization below 10%. See, there's 6 data points and certain things that you guys want to be looking at when it comes to even building your report or even going out to acquiring funding. And once you hit these 6 data points, understand, family, we can go out and we can, now stack credit cards. And this is just one of the funding methods in which that you guys can do, from having your consumer report where it needs to be. See, consumer law is just the stepping stones to getting your consumer report on track, so now we can properly build it out. Now we can add on rental accounts like Rental Karma, Rent Reporters, Rent and Grow. Those are 3 accounts right there that I just mentioned. Let me slow down for y'all. Drop a fire emoji if y'all with me. Drop a fire emoji if this is processing, if you guys are getting information, if you guys are with me. We can add on these 3 trade lines right here: Rental Karma, Rent Reporters, and Rent Grow. These right here are installment accounts that will report to our consumer report. These are going to report to 3 different consumer report agencies, and this is going to reflect upon our consumer report, aka from there, our consumer report then creates our credit score. And I always talk about the consumer report is a lot more powerful than the credit score, because even without a credit score, there's going to be a consumer report. But without a consumer report, there is no credit score. So we got to understand that the consumer report and being able to control it and understanding consumer law allows us to control the consumer report. Now we're able to properly build it out, understanding and getting the proper education, the guidance, the mentorship, the proper information, adding on the right primary accounts, the right trade lines, because not all trade lines are good trade lines. You also want to have a mix of different trade lines and, accounts on your report. As we've properly built it out, my business partner, Taquan X, also is about to get into the business of assigning debt onto individuals' consumer reports. So me and him are going to partner with that, and we're going to be able to report auto loans. We're going to be able to report, mortgage loans. We're going to be able to report these types of loans that have already been paid off, regular secured loans on individuals' consumer reports, that are 10 years old. Imagine a 10-year-old mortgage of $300,000 being on your report that's paid off. Me and my business partner, Taquan X, are about to get that going. Yo, I want y'all to flood Taquan X's channel right now, and I want y'all to say, you and Gotti need to collab. Me and him were texting earlier today. But we about to get some things going for you guys. So I know he'd be happy to see that. We got some things actually cooking, for y'all. We've been in the lab, y'all. We've been in the lab. We've been whipping up. Next live should be on Rescending. We've done one on that. I don't want to go too much on in depth with that, outside of the membership levels, because I don't want this information to be misconstrued and people to just be going into the dealership trying to resend everything and not knowing properly what they're doing, without having the proper education, knowing how to break down truth in lending. That video, and I did an overview which I dropped on the public channel, which that'll only be for a limited time. Probably till the end of the year I'll leave that on there. But I'm gonna add that one to the membership level one and just keep it as a membership level one going into 2024. But that video is great for breaking down all of the truth in lending. But family as a whole, getting our consumer report in order. This is just, and tonight's call we're not going over, so I hope you guys aren't just here to get a million different consumer law codes, because that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about you guys and the steps that you guys need to take to properly set yourself up so that through this financial crisis, you guys, your family, are not in a situation, of survival mode. You guys are in a situation of creation, of building, because during these times, interest rates are going to be lower than ever. Property for real estate is going to be going, crazy. The rates, the prices in which you guys are going to be finding these, properties out are going to be mind-blowing, because the economy is going to be, is going to take a hit at the end of the day. If you guys haven't seen the financial markets in 2021 and what they did when they took a big, let me show you guys in 2021. So let me show you guys this. So this was March of 2020. 2020 is what I'm referring to, actually. We took a 29% hit. So we haven't seen that much of a hit. This is 9% in 2021 of February. We haven't seen a 29%, hit. Even this was, okay, we seen a 33% hit in, what year was this? 2021, 2022. This is during the Russia, the Ukraine, outbreak. So during all of these events, and this was during the Russia and the Ukraine outbreak. So these are during huge news events. So if we come here, let's go to MS, and let me see. I got a trading news channel I'll check so often. So check it. House Speaker succession battle heats up. Jordan, blank, and Trump in the mix. Biden cancels $9 billion in student loan debt. 425,000 borrowers. See, we are not borrowers. All of that. We don't need, any. And that's the thing. All this is a joke. We don't need Biden's forgiveness. All we gotta do is exercise our God-given rights, exercise consumer law, Title 15, the FDCPA, which is the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, which breaks down, and that starts at 15 USC 1692, and that subchapter will show you guys, and it'll nowhere in there will they ever define the term borrower, because we are and have never been from the beginning of time a borrower. But on the news they're saying 125,000 borrowers. Who are these borrowers? These banks? These banks are the ones who are borrowing from us. And so we don't need the Biden forgiveness. A couple people, I remember when that was hot, a lot of people were coming to me, yo, do you do the Biden forgiveness? I don't do that. I discharge debt. And that's a couple months later, boom, we had a couple students go through $10,000, $12,000 student loans removed, $8,000 student loans removed, and then boom, my last one was $26,000 in which he had removed, and we got a couple of other ones loading. We're just waiting for some paperwork back, but we're taking them through the arbitration process. But stay tuned for that. I'll give you guys the receipts and everything on that as well too. Now that I'm home as well too, I'm gonna be showing you guys the receipts. I'm gonna be showing you guys how everything which I've done with it, consumer law, I've gotten these accounts discharged. I've gotten these accounts zeroed out and removed from my consumer report. Removed from my clients' consumer reports, removed from my family members' consumer reports. My brother had a 400, credit report or credit score with, over 50,000 in medical bills. He recently, the past year and a half, had surgery on his spine and has been in a wheelchair since, and had a lot of medical bills. Over, like I said, over 40,000 in medical bills. And I discharged all of those medical bills, got them all zeroed out, and I got them all removed from his consumer report. And now he's sitting at a 720, and he's about to go acquire an auto loan to acquire a vehicle in which he'll be able to move around in his wheelchair. So it's a blessing once you understand, and that's for me also building out his report, adding on certain accounts, getting trade lines added on, etc. Family member trade lines, that we've been building, that we've kept within the family, bloodline, that we're just adding on to all of our family members' reports so that we can, acquire lines of credit ourselves so that we can continue the cycle, itself down the road. So, that's what it's about, family. It's about building and doing this with your family as well, too. Teaching your family about consumer law, leveraging your family's consumer reports as well, too. So what I did is I fixed every single one of my family members, all of my brothers, all of my sisters, my mom's, and my pop's credit. And my mom got a $15,000 credit card. We went to Hawaii, and these are things that are all documented. Feel me? Like, go look at my page in February. Went to Hawaii, had a beach house, $15,000 approved, all that, like, through Hawaiian Airlines. They got the flights. My little brother got the flight. It was my little sister's birthday in February. Like, we did that. It was a blessing, and then, to keep it real with you guys as well, too, she stopped. She wasn't able to make payments on it, right? And so we're about to go through and we're about to discharge that whole $15,000. And I'm gonna keep you guys updated with that. Like, she just told me, like, they just discharged it. They just reported it as a charge off. Perfect. Let's get to it. Let's get to this bag. I love it. I want all the smoke. Discharge it. What? I owe you what? She said, oh, we're gonna have to pay this down. I said, pay, mom. Come on. So I'm about to just start working with her on that. Me actually doing this live reminded me. She told me like last week, but that's going to be a great testimony. But being able to help your family members is key, is vital. Outside of that, my pops helped him acquire over 50,000 in Amex cards. He's been traveling. He's leveraged his credit to travel. He's got, travel points and reward, and all posts on my story and stuff. Like, this is real life stuff, and this is stuff where, like, this is the power of it. This is what brings me the joy and the peace, is seeing my family be able to travel, see the world off of their credit. And that's why I'm about to drop this travel portal in January as well, too, because imagine being able to leverage credit, travel, and get all of the perks of traveling for cheap, at a discounted rate. And all while doing that, you're getting the reward points for, that you would for a standard rate, but you're getting it at a discounted rate, but you're getting the points on your credit card for a standard rate. So I'm about to show you guys a lot of different hacks and different things in which I'm going to be attacking, in which I haven't seen nobody in the credit space doing such and leveraging it with travel. How many credit people do you see traveling? When I talk about traveling, I'm not talking about, state to state. I'm talking country to country to country. That's what we're about to be on all of 2024. I just got back from Canada the past 2 months. I was traveling out there, seeing 3 provinces. It was beautiful. That's not even the type of travel I'm talking about. I'm talking about literally a new country just about every other week. Like, we're about to literally be seeing all of Europe, all of Latin America. We're about to be going all throughout it on a discounted rate. Like, we're about to be seeing all of these foreign exotic places in which I'm not going to go to the mainstream places that people talk about. I'm going to go to the exotic places in which people don't talk about. And I'm going to be doing this all leveraging credit. And I'm telling you guys this because you guys all have the ability to do so. And I'm not telling you this to impress you, but to impress upon you. If I could do this, we all can be doing this as well too. Tapping with our community, tapping with our Discord. Make sure you guys are plugged in with every single thing that we have going on. Learn different ways on how to invest your guys' money. Once you guys get the credit, now we're going to go out, and like I said, once we have our report properly built out and structured out, Now we can go acquire funding. With this funding, though, what are you guys going to do with the remedy? If y'all were to get remedy today, if y'all were to get $10,000 today, what would y'all do with it? Drop in the chat box. What would y'all do with $10,000 today if you guys got, back from these debt collectors? What would you guys even do with it? What would you guys do if you guys got $100,000 in funding and credit cards? What would y'all even do with it? Do you guys know? Do you guys know the three principles of money and money making and how money works? I want to travel the world while homeschooling my 9-year-old grandson. We homeschool my brother, my nephew. Homeschooling is the new way, and that's the route to go. And they need to learn this information. And I got something for all my homeschool kids. I'm actually working on an ebook right now for children as we're speaking. Like, I was doing this right before this live. I love that you mentioned that. Build a business and or have multiple streams of income. Okay, what type of business though? And yes, having multiple streams of income. What are those streams of income? Is that trading? Is that investing into real estate? What type of real estate? Multifamily, single family, residential. What type of commercial real estate? What type of commercial real estate? What is it? E-commerce. Start the merch brand. 100%. Start the merch brand. Got his brand for himself. Do you have a business plan for yourself? Do you have a marketing plan for yourself? Make sure you have these things set up. Do you have a CRM set up? Do you have funnels ready to be built out? A website? Like, these are things that we got to have set up if we're looking to launch these things as well too. And prior to even launching them, these are things that you guys all can get set up for less than 100K to help you guys make 100K. All right, leverage my music as well, 520 hertz. Start my own herbs. I love it. I love it, brother. I love the wave you on. And so, the main reason why I wanted to do today's call, I wanted to just you guys to know consumer law is going to help you guys with the foundation. Find out information, plug into the different membership levels, and learn ways on how to build your report. Add on certain accounts that will help your consumer report reflect positive, so when these lenders are looking at it, they're going to give you the highest limits in funding. Credit cards you get now aren't going to be a couple hundred. They're going to be tens of thousands in which you guys are going to be acquiring in credit cards. Also know which credit cards are giving out high limits. Know which banks are pulling from which consumer reporting agency. I have a secret lenders list. I dropped this in one of the membership levels that shows you which banks are pulling from where. So now if I know which banks are pulling from which consumer reporting agency, now I can have this consumer report properly built out just through Equifax and go get funding strictly through Equifax. I don't even got to leverage my TransUnion or my Experian report. I can leverage this Equifax report that's built out that I got maybe 20 trade lines versus the other two, I only have 10. Now with Equifax, I'm going to go acquire X amount of funding because I know which banks pull from where. So this is a secret lenders list. Know how to liquidate these credit cards. Once we acquire these credit cards, we can liquidate them. Right? You can liquidate the personal credit cards. Also, I highly recommend separating your credit cards 2 weeks apart. Because remember, they're only reporting every 30 days. So if I separate them 14 days apart, that's half of 30. I can use card A to pay off card B, and I could, do it in a cycle where I'm using, each card to pay off one another. And with one of the cards, I can liquidate it, about 40% and use that 40% as an investment towards a down payment or towards me setting up, a business or investing in some marketing tactics or tools for my business if I already have one set up. And then with that being said, if I already have a business set up, once I acquire business credit and business funding, now I can use this business credit and the limits that I have on my business credit cards. And these are things in which we've done, which have helped us acquire, tens of thousands. I was going to say tens of hundreds of thousands, but it hasn't been tens of hundreds of thousands. It's been tens of thousands. But we've also received overall total hundreds of thousands, but at one time we've not received hundreds of thousands. It's been tens of thousands, but altogether collectively hundreds of thousands have been collected from doing such. My 31-year-old son is in e-commerce and builds websites and has done network security. He needs financing and credit repair. Angela, if your 31-year-old son can connect with me, and if he can show me some of his e-commerce stuff and website stuff, and if he's legit, we can definitely work something out, as a team, me, you, and your son, so, having somebody that can, manage the websites, build out the websites, build out courses, funnels, maintain and manage the website. I'm looking for some people that can get into coding. If anybody knows people with, that can do coding, I'm looking to integrate some things within our course, have an app on our course where through our app, you guys can log in through your phone, watch a video on your phone as well too. So these are things that we're adding to the whole, platform and brand as a whole, family. So the main thing I wanted to cover today, family, is to get in the state of creating, get in the mindset of, building, of not just, survival. And that's why I feel a lot of you guys are in when it comes to this consumer law stuff. You guys are just so focused on these negative accounts. While getting and attacking these negative accounts, be adding on, different primary accounts. Add on the rental karma, the rent grow, the rent reporters. Add on credit strong. Pay monthly $25 a month so that you can build your payment history. Add on money line. Add on these certain trade lines, these primary accounts, which will help build your report. Start building net 30 accounts, net 90 accounts. Luke Oil, which is a business net 30 that you guys can add to help you guys, acquire business gas cards. That the Luke Oil WEX Fleet card is a great gas card that I've had since 2019. My limit on that is $5,000 now. It started out with $2,500. Every month, I'm able to pay it off every 30 days. So family, get in a mindset of building. Start creating entities today. And why I say start building them today is because people are selling online aged corporations for thousands of dollars. You guys can buy an aged corporation that's 5 to 7 years old, which will help you guys acquire hundreds of thousands, if not millions, in funding because of how old it is and how much money has flowed through that business bank account. This will help you acquire hundreds of thousands, if not millions, in funding, but people are selling this for thousands of dollars. You guys can build up businesses today and sell them down the road in 3 to 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. You guys can sell these businesses, properly build them out, acquire business funding, and now you guys can sell these businesses to other people down the road for thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars. It's called age corporations. So get creative with it. You guys, once you guys have these credit cards, can start a trade line business. You guys can, tell people, it's $1,000 to be added onto this Amex card or, this Chase Sapphire card for 60 days. This is a $30,000 limit, which has been open for 10 years, and the utilization is only 5%. This will help you report at least 80 points, to help you acquire funding yourself in a credit card above 10 to 15,000, because that's where the range of where my credit card's at as well too. This will now help people go out and acquire funding themselves because they invested $1,000 into getting that credit card added onto their report. So now it will reflect onto their report so they can acquire funding. Right, this is an authorized user. And so this is a trade line business. You guys can be the ones selling it. Yes, you can go to TradeLineSupply.com, TradeLine Central, and buy these trade lines, but you guys can be the ones whom are selling them as well too. Connect with other credit companies that do credit repair. I got 10 credit cards, and if any of your clients need to get added on to any of these cards, I can show you my utilization. It's below 10%. I can show you my payment history. All my payments have been paid on time, and I can show you the limit of this card and how long it's been open. This will be very beneficial to a lot of your clients. I'm looking to sell it for, 800. I'll give you 100 per client, 200 per client you give to me, and from there, It's going to report for 60 days, and from there it'll help them acquire funding. I recommend that you do this only with clients that have a clean report. And so yeah, family. If they don't have a clean report, if they if they have derogatory counts, send them over to Credit Gotti's channel, and Credit Gotti will help them remove anything off their report with consumer law, straight up, just like that. Like that's the thing. Like anything y'all need deleted is on the channel. Y'all know how to do it now. It's just you guys taking action. I haven't even dove into the information in which we're about to get into, especially that I have already planned for you guys in 2024. We're going over information from, like I've been saying on these lives, a year, 2 years ago. You guys see me reading off, my laptop that's typically in front of me. This is from the Discord in our mentorship of information that's been dropped a year, 2 years ago. So you guys are still catching up. But with the information itself, you guys can get anything removed off your guys' report. Wait till we get into the heavier information. And not everybody's going through arbitration. Everybody knows how to properly go through arbitration and get remedy from these, reporting agencies. How to get back remedy per each inquiry deleted. I know a lot of you guys have 20, 30 inquiries on your report, and you guys have gotten them deleted, but y'all don't know how to get remedy for it. Imagine everybody knowing how to go through and do that. Imagine everybody that's gotten a charge off, that's gotten remedy, for a charge off from a credit card because they've gone through arbitration and used the agreement against them, broken down truth in lending properly to this corporation. Imagine that. Imagine now from there we used that money from the remedy we got to set up businesses, to invest in the real estate. Now we got this cash flow coming in. Now we can acquire, larger lines of credit. We can even put down our own lines of credit, secured lines of credit. We can put these down so that now, therefore, these lenders will see the secure lines of credit and will be able to acquire double, triple that, in the future. So it's a long-term game, family. It's about, playing the game the proper way. These are things in which, I've learned from my mentors, and which are, as they've said and told me, they've been in the game of commerce, consumer law. They've gone to the courthouse. They've they've gotten judges arrested, etc., attorneys arrested, etc. They say, I've been to Zion, right, in the Matrix, but now I'm flying over Zion, I'm flying over the motherland, I'm not, interning in that game. They're in private banking now. Like, these are individuals in which I learn from when it comes to this information, family. So, like, what I'm teaching, is, and these are things in which they've told me, and which they've done with their family, and this is something in which you guys got to do with you guys' families. If you look at the Jewish community, they're strong because they stay together. If you look at the, Chinese community, they're strong, and there's Chinatown in every damn near city because they build together. They put their money together. The Indian community, I'm talking about, from the Middle East Indians, they got the gas stations because they put their money together and save up and invest into the gas stations. So with your people, assemble a community, of you guys that's putting your guys' credit together, investing in things together, and be educating yourselves, upon these things together as well too. Like, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it, of course. But there's communities, there's people that are looking to build. I'm about to offer soon, I don't even know if I should say this, but we're about to get into the real estate game soon. And I will be taking on some investors. I'm not going to say specifically what type of real estate, but just know it's the biggest of the biggest. Not no residential, not no single family stuff. Big business. But I'm excited to build with you guys. I'm excited to grow with you guys. I wanted to come here really quick. I'm about to, probably go live here in a little bit on the membership level with the mob. So stay tuned. If you guys are in the mob, we may go live tonight. But I am going to for sure drop a video, if not two, tonight in the mob. But as far as me going live, stay on standby for that. But as far as me dropping some videos, 1 to 2 will be dropped tonight. Is there a limit of years that you can go back and get remedy on auto financing or auto repos? No, there is not. Especially if you have all that paperwork. Peace and blessing, family. Damn, what can't Credit Gotti do? There's a lot I can't do, but I'll be the first to tell you if I can't do it. I love it. Invest. Different U.S. codes being dropped in there. Inquiry method was too easy. Just saying, got to mail in for confirmation because the websites was tweaking, and it's all deleted. So my guy went through the inquiry method I dropped in the Discord like a day or two ago, and he already got it removed. That's crazy. He already got some inquiries removed just from what I dropped in the free public Discord. So if you guys aren't in there, I highly advise you guys get in there. If you knew better, you would do better. I'll see y'all out the top because the bottom is way too crowded. Peace and love. Credit Gotti's out.